Hi guys, today's video is actually another video on granola. So this is a chocolate Biscoff granola. So if you want to know more, just keep on watching. The main ingredient you need is rolled oatmeal and some cocoa powder, maple syrup, coconut oil, vanilla essence, and I also added Biscoff to this and also some salt. So I actually found this recipe which is actually chocolate granola recipe, but I actually tweaked it a little bit and wanted to put something else extra and try to make it my own. So I actually used Biscoff in this recipe, and I just used some of it. I didn't really use that much, but it of course if you want you can add more. So you just need to mix all of the wet ingredients first, all the coconut oil, vanilla essence, maple syrup and all that. You can add in the cocoa powder, and also I'm using this cocoa powder which is a bit darker and compared to some other cocoa powder, so I don't really use the full recipe amount. I just half the recipe, and also just add in some salt and continue mixing. Once it's mixed well, then you can start to add in the granola, rolled oats I mean. So actually I really love granola recipes because I hate oatmeal. I don't really like the wet kind of feeling when you eat oats, so I've never really liked oats until I tried granola, and that's when I actually really fell in love with it. I prefer granola because it's actually dry and crispy, and I don't know, I just prefer granola better to those oats recipes like overnight oats and all that. I've never really liked that so much. I've tried once and I didn't really continue anymore after that because I don't really like that idea so much. So I prefer this. Adding it to milk or just eating it on its own, it's just something that I prefer to eat rather than wet oatmeal. So after adding all of the rolled oats, just need to mix it up and then add the ingredient, which this recipe is different because I wanted to add in the Biscoff or something else that would change the recipe a bit. So I added 1 tablespoon of Biscoff. I think I should have added more because I really like the outcome actually. So it was a really nice different kind of taste to it. So actually I wanted it to be, because Biscoff is actually more like a salted caramel kind of taste. So I just wanted it to be something, I wanted to make a chocolate granola, but I wanted it to have something different, like a additional ingredient, like a different taste to it, not just chocolate being the main thing. So I actually added this Biscoff. I didn't really think Nutella would have done a good job like this Biscoff did. So because previously I've tried peanut butter, and peanut butter did work out and it was nice as well, but not really so much of a fan of peanut butter. Sometimes, maybe rarely occasion, because peanut butter is not really my type, because I'm more of like a sweet tooth person. Peanut butter is like a bit more healthier and I would say healthier maybe, so it's like savory to me, so I prefer sweeter, which Biscoff is something like Nutella to me because I really love Nutella. So once it's all this prepared, you can just prepare the pan and just add it in to make sure you bake it. So actually you just need to bake it once, like for around 10 to 15 minutes, and then take it out and put it back again after like turning some of them over. Like just try to mix it and turn some over so that it cooks like evenly. I was actually initially afraid to try something new because normally I just follow recipes, you know, like tried and trusted recipes. So I'm a bit afraid to change and tweak it a bit because this is something I've never really done to granola itself. So I was a bit scared that this wouldn't turn out nice because it would have been a waste then. But actually this was really nice. So I am a cake batter eater. So before baking, I usually try the batter first, and when I tried this, it was a bit weird tasting. So I was a bit afraid that after baking it would not be, the satisfied. I wouldn't be satisfied after baking, but to my surprise, it was actually nice after it baked. So it's better. I mean, I didn't eat the granola before baking. I just tasted it, but the taste was a bit weird before baking. So after baking, it actually tasted nicer and better, of course. So usually I normally just eat this with milk or on its own. Usually that's how I normally do it. And you just need to make sure that it's baked so that because normally I try to bake granola, I sometimes leave it more than the required time because the first few times when I actually do this, because I was afraid that it was not crispy when I took it out, because when you take it out from the oven, it's not crispy at first, but once it starts to cool down, then it gets crispy. So that was a mistake I did in the first few times when I tried doing granola, so you just need to take note of that. But other than that, you just need to, because some ovens are different, so you also need to know your oven well. My oven is like 7 to 8 years old already, so I'm a bit used to it, although I have not baked for some time and started again recently. So I'm like going into it again and recalling how well my oven works, and how I can use it to my advantage. Yeah, so this is me turning the granola so that it's cooking, bakes well in the oven. And also I cannot put so much to the sides because my oven will eventually end up burning the end, so you see the ends can be a bit more darker than the middle section. So that's why my oven actually like burns the ends of it, because mine is a small oven. It's not like those built-in ovens, it's just those normal ovens where you can move it around kind of oven, and it's really old. So I may be planning to get a new oven soon, but that's in the future. But for now, I will still be using this until it works, because it still works, so I'm still going to use it. And yeah, so after that, right, this granola is ready to bake again for another 10 minutes, and then I will remove it so that I can let it cool down and then store it in a jar like I normally do to actually keep it crispy. So I normally just keep it in a glass jar like this. I got it from IKEA, so this is how normally I store my granola, and I just keep it. It will last me for a long time. Like the previous time I made it lasts me for a few weeks actually. That's all for today, guys. So if you really liked it, do subscribe to me and my channel, and also like this video. See you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
She likes chocolate covered strawberries and wine. She likes notes that say I love you all the time.